oh my God, we actually have breaking news that's not negative. I'm not here to tell you about our imminent demise or somebody doing something terrible and getting away with it or something evil that Donald Trump just did. I have good news that is the best news, like earth-shatteringly good news, like change the trajectory of the country levels of good news, not to sound hyperbolic, but like this is 2018 AOC beating Joe Crowley levels of holy shit. So Zohran Mamdani basically defeated Andrew Cuomo. There's a caveat because it's not over yet. It hasn't been called at the time that I record this video, but with 90% of precincts reporting, as you can see, Zohran Mamdani has a commanding lead over Andrew Cuomo. And since this is ranked choice voting, by the time all of the other votes are distributed, odds are he's going to grow his lead and win possibly by a landslide. And even in Staten Island, he is doing very well. He's not beating Andrew Cuomo there, but he's doing very, very well. And I've got to say, what the fuck? I basically had given up on this country. I'm not joking. I basically had given up and just accepted that nothing good is possible because time after time after time, the candidate that progressives and young people want was always defeated. They tried out Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and the establishment, and, you know, they get money from billionaires, and they smear the person we want, and then voters fall for it. This time, Democratic Party voters showed that they're not fucking around. They're ready for real change. And this to me is so goddamn encouraging. And just to like put into perspective how unexpected this was for me, I have an entire video tomorrow about Zohran Mamdani. And I prefaced the video by saying I'm recording this not knowing the results yet. But if Zohran loses, I'm basically going to crash out. Watch the whole video so you understand what I'm talking about. And so I didn't record it for nothing. But basically, it's about how, for once, the Democratic Party, their base in particular, they can't keep rejecting the candidates that young people want and then complaining about the direction the country is headed in with fascism. So that's what that video is about. And I recorded that video because I did not expect to see results tonight that are this positive, that give us any indication of who's going to win, because I thoroughly expected Andrew Cuomo to have a lead and then not really get the full results until a week or so later after the second round, third round are taken into account. So I just didn't expect anything real to happen this quickly. But Zohran is doing so good that tonight we basically know he won. Like, it's not confirmed. I want to emphasize that. But for all intents and purposes, I think it's safe to call it, this election has been won by Zohran Mamdani, a socialist, a 33-year-old Muslim man who has been smeared as an anti-Semite, who's been attacked for being a socialist. The right has been freaking the fuck out. Individuals like Laura Loomer and Charlie Kirk have all but endorsed Andrew Cuomo just to stop Mamdani. Andrew Cuomo has taken millions of dollars from billionaires like Michael Bloomberg to smear Mamdani, and throughout all of that, he out-campaigned them, and he pulled off one of the biggest political upsets in the modern era. Like, this truly is on par with AOC's defeat of Joe Crowley in 2018. This sends a huge message to the Democratic Party. This is what we want. You want to win? This is how you do it. And, you know, before I would just say, well, it doesn't matter because the Democratic Party is just going to say, no, fuck you. But Zohran has kind of proven that the voters, they're done playing games. They saw fascism and they now realize, oh, I see that the antidote to fascism is progressives, it's socialism. And in the era of fascism, obviously fascism is more scary than socialism. So you know what? Let's let the youngins choose the candidate this time. Let's opt for Zohran Mamdani. And I've got to say, this was completely unexpected. This bodes well for the future of the Democratic Party because, look, if Zohran lost this, then I don't know if the Democratic Party would even have a future. And it seems a little bit nonsensical to stake everything on this one local race in New York City where the overwhelming majority of us don't have a say. But really, this was going to determine the trajectory of the Democratic Party going forward. And if voters, again, opt for somebody who's establishment over the progressive, then I feel like in 2028, assuming we have free and fair elections, they're just going to go for another terrible candidate. Who's it going to be this next time, right? Is it going to be Gavin Newsom? Is it going to be some billionaire who chooses to buy his way into prominence? But this shows that the voters, once and for all, are fed up. to look at the results and see that it's not a disaster, which has basically always been the case since Bernie 2016, I've got to say, I think it probably feels good. I don't feel much right now because I'm just kind of like stunned and in a state of shock. But as I digest this news more and as it becomes official when it's called by reputable sources, then I'll begin to realize, oh my God, like this is it. So yeah, I don't have much else to say about this. I just wanted to come to you with some good news because I typically don't have good news and I feel bad that all I talk about is negative things. But I mean, I don't really control the news cycle. It's hard to be positive in this atmosphere. Nonetheless, we have good news. At least it seems like good news, not confirmed, but it seems like good news. And I've got to say, I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. I think that the alliance between Brad Lander and Zohran Mamdani is really going to pay off. I think that when most of Brad Lander's votes are distributed to Zohran Mamdani, like this really could be a landslide here. So, buckle up, because if Zohran really is the winner, and it seems like he is, I still, like, as you can tell, I'm not sure because it seems so surreal. If this is real, then there's going to be an earthquake in Washington, D.C. There's going to be levels of hysteria, racism and Islamophobia, the likes of which we haven't seen since fucking 2008. The shrieking from mainstream media, from corporate Democrats, from Republicans about socialism and communism is going to be huge. It'll be overwhelming. But all of the crying that we are about to see, if this is indeed real, it's solidification that we finally, for once, have these motherfuckers scared. And that's a good sign. So relish in their fear. Drink their tears, because that is a sign that for once in our fucking lives, we won an election. Okay? Ever since Bernie 2016, I was just like accepting that nothing good is ever going to happen. I got my hopes up again in 2020. Started to get my hopes up this time, but I'm like, no. Fight that feeling, Mike, because you're going to be sorely disappointed again. And I fought that feeling to the very end. And now it actually happened for once. It seems like it. I'm still skeptical. But wow. He fucking did it. He fucking pulled it off. What's next? Kat Abu Ghazala? Is she going to win too? Are good things possible again in this country? Maybe. I don't want to read too much into this, but this is really huge. This is really fucking huge, and I really don't think that that can be overstated. It's not just about New York City and Zohran Mamdani. This is about something that we have been trying to accomplish for a very long time now on the progressive left, and the fact that we may have finally pulled it off where it matters the most. All right, that's something to be proud of, folks. So take this victory, or this presumed victory, and hang on to it, because we don't get this shit very often.